Good morning, everyone. Jim Laird here, still on the road, finishing up a little road trip. Dr. Stillman's still at Runga. He's coming back late this evening. So wanted to hop on here and be consistent and also practice being on the road and make sure we can do it on the road. It looks like so far we can. Let me know if you're watching, if you can hear this well. But because in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be on the road a lot. So it'll be fun. I'll be doing these from all sorts of fun different places. And so far, these coffee Wi-Fi connections seem to be working pretty good for our lives. It was interesting. I've got to visit a few friends over the last day or two. Went on a nice little road trip. I had a camper van, like one of those Sprinter type vans, which was really, really neat. It was fun to be able to drive and then stop, sleep, whenever I wanted to. Super convenient, super nice. I bought a travel trailer or a toy hauler a couple of years ago. I really should have bought one of those vans instead, but hindsight is 2020, so to speak. Yesterday, I pulled in to a friend of mine's place late on Saturday evening and went to sleep in the van. And you know, when you're traveling a lot, kind of messed my sleep up. I drove late on Friday into the evening. I wanted to get through Atlanta before traffic got busy, and I didn't get as much sleep as I normally do, and I ended up sleeping in yesterday morning till like 9 o'clock, which never happens. So it was really good. But it was really interesting when I came out of the van. Here was my friend and his kids were working out in the garage together. He's got a little girl, a little boy, and the three of them were working out together, and the kids were doing some fun things and he was doing some different things. And it was great to see him taking that leadership role and coaching them and doing the exercise and the activity with them. And I'm not a parent, you know, I couldn't imagine raising children in this current world with all the technology and all the distractions. But these kids were having a great time working out with their dad, and then they finished their workout. The kids continued to play outside on their own. Dad cooked breakfast, and we chatted. Kids came in, eat breakfast. Breakfast was like eggs and sausage and guacamole and, you know, real food. It was really refreshing to see that. The kids ate all their food, and then they immediately went back outside and started playing again. And we're playing on a trampoline. They ended up doing a cold plunge together, the dad and the two kids, and then they continued to play outside. I had to do some admin work, so I sat out on the back patio and sent out an email. That being said, we are going to be releasing our HTMA course here again shortly. You want to get on the wait list for that. We've actually released it, but only to the wait list so far. So if you want to get in on that, get on in early, just go to stillmanwellness.com and go to courses up in the top right corner. Then click on the HTMA course with coaching. It's going to say it's full. Join the wait list. Just get on the wait list, and I'll be sending out an email either today or tomorrow that'll give you the opportunity to buy into that course. We've had a bunch of people purchase already. So if you want to get in on that, we are going to be promoting that on a webinar at the end of the month. But by then, it might already be sold out because we only got like 30 spots. I think we're about halfway through. So if you want to get on that early, just get yourself on the wait list. Get yourself on the email list as well, so we can give you basically our free webinar, which we'll have one on this Thursday, which I still have to put here on StreamYard, which I'll be doing once I get home here shortly. I'm back in the Tampa area, and so we'll be heading back home and catching up on some admin work that's a little hard to do when you're driving. Please give us a like if you're listening to this. It helps us out a lot. Obviously, we don't get things pushed out onto the interwebs because we are encouraging you to be a strong, independent thinker who does not conform to the traditional narrative that you're being sold. And anybody that encourages people to be strong and independent and healthy is kind of poo-poo, you know. So that is what it is. But needless to say, it was really neat to see this dad lead his children through exercise. And then the children were just so excited to be out jumping on the trampoline. They live kind of outside of town, a rural area, so they have a big yard. They were running around in the grass, and they were playing and having a ton of fun. It was just great. The couple hours that I was there, they literally were going nonstop. And, you know, there's going to be two basically, species of human, so to speak. There's going to be the real food outdoor human, the humans that make a conscious choice to keep their kids away from technology, and make sure that, and I know this, we talked about this, the father and I talked about this. He allows them so much, like 30, 40 minutes of screen time a day, which I think is fairly reasonable. But, their number one priority is playing outside, and these kids love it. I mean, they love it. And even the one kid said, he's like, I'd rather be outside than be on the screen anyway. So kids, when they're given the opportunity to go out and play and be creative and be physical, they absolutely love it. It's so important for their development, for their mental health. It's important for adults to go out and do fun things and play. Play and movement is so important for your brain. And we become this super sedentary organism that it's just not good for our biology or our brain. Our society has become so convenient. You can have food literally delivered to your front door. You don't have to go out and get it. You don't have to prepare it. You don't have to build anything anymore. You don't have to do anything for anything. There's an abundance of free dopamine available to everyone. So you're going to have to make a deliberate choice of which way you want to go. Do you want to be a professional indoor athlete, zoo animal? Or do you want to be outside, get in touch with nature? I'm not saying you want to abandon technology completely. Obviously, I'm talking to you on YouTube Live, or you're listening to this on a podcast, right? So, but you want to make sure that you use the technology and the technology doesn't use you. And, you're going to see a difference between the people that choose to live an outdoor lifestyle and a more active lifestyle. And that's how they raise their children, and not. And it's going to be literally night and day. It's going to be two different species of human as the humans adapt to the environment they're in. And a human that spends their whole life in front of a screen indoors is going to look totally different than a human that spends the majority of their time outside playing and being active and eating real food. So you're a free, independent, well, for the most part you're a free, independent, free-thinking human. You need to make these decisions for you and your family. And if you're a parent, I can't basically tell you how many times parents would bring their, come into me and complain that their children don't eat well or are not active. They just, sit in front of the TV. Like I can't get them to go outside. And my question is always like, well, do you go outside with them? Do you lead by example? Are you eating good food? Are you getting the lights off at night? Are you wearing blue blockers? Are you watching TV at midnight? Because I can tell you, kids are very cynical. And if you tell them to do something and they see you doing the opposite, it's not going to be great. So this is a great opportunity for you as a parent to not only, and me as a coach as well. Like here I am sitting outside on kind of it's not cold, but it's cool for Florida. And, there's like probably 40 people sitting inside in there. And I choose to sit out here and do this because I know it's better for me in the long run. So I'm not going to tell you to go outside and then I don't do it, right? I'm not going to tell you that because I want to be authentic. And so it's one of those things that I always try and lead by example. And as a parent, I can't tell my clients manage your stress and then I don't manage my stress. That's it doesn't mean I don't struggle with stress. I do struggle with stress management, especially being type A the way I am. But I'm making an effort and I struggle with it and I can relate that to clients. And that's one of the reasons I can work with people, because I can empathize, because I struggle with a lot of the same things you guys do. But I deliberately make choices every day to do the best I can. And a lot of people don't. And a lot of parents will say, well, you need to eat this or you need to do this. And then they'll do the complete opposite. And the kid's like, what are you talking about? So the best way to get your kids more active and get them outside and eating better food is for you to lead by example and set the way. Right. So there's just a few thoughts for you today. It was just awesome to see these kids just enjoying themselves and playing and having fun. We just don't see enough of that today. You know, when I was growing up, there was kids everywhere. They were everywhere. And I rarely, even here in Florida, I rarely see kids playing outside at all. And it's really a shame. It's really a tragedy. And, you know, if you've got kids, you know, get them outside, play with them outside, interact with them outside. You know, it's going to make all the difference in their long-term health, mental health, well-being, and all the things. So have yourself a great day, and get on our email list. We'll be sending out an email tonight with what this week's webinar is, and as well as on Wednesday. And of course, if you have any questions, let us know. Have yourself a great day. Get yourself outside. Put yourself first. Put that oxygen mask on you. You know, get yourself outside. Make time for you. Sit quietly every day. Eat a protein at every meal. Drink high-quality water. You deserve it. Your body deserves to be treated well, so you can thrive. Take care.